What's up, YouTube? Got a Yoyo review to do today. This is the 2Sick En Passant. This is actually going to be dropping on Friday over at 2Sick Yoyos. Check it out. All the links will be down in the description of this video for where you can pick this yo-yo up. This is the En Passant by 2Sick Yoyos. This is sort of the upgraded, souped-up version of the Pawn. The Pawn was 2Sick Yoyos' last plastic yo-yo. This is a hybrid, if you can't tell. Metal ring, little metal spacer in there for the axle and the bearing seat. So this, like I said, is the souped up version of the Pawn. It's the En Passant, which is the French term for in passing, which is a chess move, basically. It has to do with taking a pawn. My chess is not quite up to par, so, you know. But I know it has something to do with taking a pawn with another pawn. Anyway, so let's talk about it a little bit. So the En Passant is very similarly shaped to the Pawn, but modified clearly to accept these metal rings here, which I gotta say, this thing plays like, imagine like just having a standard Mustang and then having a GT Mustang. So the Pawn is really good, and it would be the standard Mustang in this analogy, and this is the GT version, because holy crap does this thing play amazing. It feels and plays a lot like a plastic, however performs basically like a metal yo-yo with long spin times and everything going on with that. As you can see, the rings are brushed here, so actually provides for pretty good grind still. And the whole thing is made out of machined polycarbonate. So the Pawn was machined polycarbonate, and the En Passant is also machined polycarbonate, but with these rings. Wanted to kind of show you guys some comparisons. Here it is next to the Night and Gale. As you can see, the diameters are sort of similar. The En Passant's a little bit bigger than the Night and Gale. It's a little bit heavier too, which I kind of like in like organic H plastic shaped plasticky yo-yos like this. Very similar in shape to the one drop top deck, as you can see here. Similar in size and shape to the top deck. You know, clearly this is 7075 aluminum and this is plastic, so it can't be exactly the same, but very similar feel. That was kind of the first thought that I had with it, and the fact that the rings are down here and that's sort of where the step sits, it kind of hits the string and floats a little bit and plays a little bit like the top deck if the top deck were a hybrid that also played really well. Also, very similar in shape to the Interlagos by Smashing Yo-Yo Company. As you can see, it's bigger than the Interlagos, but the cuts and the grooves and the shape and everything are very similar. Cups are different, but you know, sort of. But you know, it's plastic and this is metal, of course. But so very similar, comfortable shape. It's a very similar shape also to. I don't have the Pawn at the moment. I wish I did. I want one, but I don't. But I have the En Passant, so here it is. But as far as play goes, this thing plays amazing. Super smooth, especially for a hybrid yo-yo. You know, most hybrid yo-yos have some pretty vibey. This not so much, and I'll show you guys when we throw it around. And I mean, just really a joy to play. Probably my favorite plastic, or at least, yeah, probably my favorite plastic yo-yo. Although it is a hybrid that came out this year. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop gushing over it, but it is awesome. And we're gonna throw it around, and I will show you guys what I mean. Alright guys, we are back with the 2Sick En Passant, and so this is the third 2Sick yo-yo I've done in a couple of months. Joey's just been pumping these things out. I guess the last one was a collaboration, but I gotta say, every one of these yo-yos has been different and incredibly fun. So, did a mono metal with the Gecko, did a bimetal with the Nightingale, and now this is a plastic metal hybrid, the En Passant. Gotta say, it's quite frankly a joy to play. If you ever played a Pawn, the Pawn is also just fantastic. This is like a Pawn on steroids. Just so good And I mean, just like spins forever, very stable, not too heavy. As you can see, I just kind of threw a really bunch of tricks there. Still came back, no problem whatsoever. Really comfortable shape. I really like this shape, as was evident by all of the yo-yos of similar shape that I showed you. Those were all my yo-yos, and I have more. So I'm a huge fan of this shape. This like organic H type shape. And I don't know. I feel like it's got the right amount of performance, but also the right amount of like laid back and just awesome. And it hits me right, you know. Not too heavy, not too light. Just kind of feels right. You know what I mean? Like when you throw it, you're just gonna be like, yeah, this is really, really good. I don't know if it's the fact that maybe Joey and I have similar tastes in what is particularly awesome, but I gotta say, this yo-yo is just killer. So as far as what it can do is concerned, grind finish is pretty good. It's pretty muggy today, so getting a little bit of like snag from the rings, but they are brushed, so they're not too bad. I would say as far as plastics that came out this year, like high-end plastics, the only two I have are this and the Ghost. I do like this better than the Ghost a little bit. That's probably because this is a hybrid, so it actually kind of spins along. But they're pretty good. The Ghost is a better grind finish, but I think this spins longer and is more stable than the Ghost. So not that they're similar in any way, really. They're really different shapes. But, you know, this is killer. Not super fast, but it'll go if you want it to. Not a super slow yo-yo, just a really great all-arounder. Doesn't grind as well as the Pawn does, but still grinds pretty well. Has a nice grind finish. Feels nice to grind. If you hit the rings on a muggy day, though, it's going to go real fast. But that's pretty much the way it's going to be with anything that's got metal rings on the sides like that. As far as finger spins are concerned, finger spins very well. Except it is a muggy day today. And everything doesn't want to work. Nope. Not going to let me do it today. Too hot. Sorry. Too muggy. I waited. Too long. But you can definitely finger spin on this really well. If you can actually catch that little lip there, it works really great for finger spins. You can get some good ones in there. And it's got a big zone to catch and nothing really to stop you. That engraving doesn't really get in the way at all. You can't even feel it when you touch it. And that is also like a brushed metal in there. So grinds pretty well. Finger spins pretty well. Can't really thumb grind on it so much. Like the lip kind of rounds out, so there's really no lip to like get your thumb in there on. It kind of rounds out, but that's not really a big deal. I think I'm the only one that ever still mentions thumb grinds. So yeah, the 2Sick En Passant. So let's go ahead and stick it on the desk, and we'll pull it apart, and I'll give you guys pros and cons. All right, we are back on the desk with the 2Sick En Passant. As you can see, this one is black with the gold rims, but there's also black with silver rims, and there's clear, or like, not clear, but like, it's like white, clear, frosted with gold, and then with silver, and there's a couple different colors that you can get, a couple different mix and match. I went with black and gold for obvious reasons, and matches the Yinzer Classy string very, very well. I hope you guys grabbed some of that before it got discontinued. Shout out to Jeremy at Zipline Strings, my buddy. But yeah, so that's that. So let's take it apart. As you can see, I think this is actually the first time I've taken this apart. The little metal thing, the little metal inserts are also work as the bearing seat. Comes with what I believe is a 10-ball center track bearing. Very smooth and silent. Excellent, actually. Very, very good. As you can see, it's nice machined all the way through. It's kind of matte, like a matted sort of grind finish. It is really, really muggy today. If you can't tell, I'm already shiny, and I'm just hanging out inside in the air conditioning. So, you know, I'm not going to be grinding all that great today, but this thing does grind very well. We had some nice days, basically right when I got it, and it was grinded really well for a plastic, you know, grind surface. So, no complaints there whatsoever, and the brushed rings help as well. Let's do pros and cons. So pros, very comfortable shape. As you can see, it's definitely a shape that I enjoy, and I continue to buy yo-yos of this shape. Very comfortable shape, comfortable weight, good weight distribution. It's kind of off the rim and down a little bit, so still giving you a lot of stability and spin time, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's just all rim weight and then a bearing in the middle of it that's spinning. So fun to play. Just, you know, kind of floaty too, because you got those big metal center clip things there, and you know, just overall a really, really solid design. Not that I would expect anything less from 2Sick, but you know, very, very. This even impressed me. I was like, oh, I don't know, we'll see. Finger spins really well. The brushed metal all the way, you know, that's a great attention to detail. Nothing was left shiny and sticky. It was all brushed so that you could get your finger spins, you could get your grinds in. It just all done very well. A lot of attention to detail, and Joey does a great job with that type of stuff. Response pads are very good. It's the same pads that came in the last couple of 2Sick Yoyos that I got. Show you those like clear but like they're cloudy. Those ones, those are great pads. Great bearing. I haven't had to do any maintenance to it at all, even through the humidity. It's been silent and long spinning. So perfect for that. Great response, just responsive enough. So no qualms there. Not for me anyway. Yeah, so overall, very, very good. Just good design overall. Very simple. Should appeal to just about everybody. Can handle just about everything you could throw at it. And at only $60, this is quite an awesome yo-yo. I can't think of anything else that's this like good in that price range. Like this kind of dominates its own price range. You'd have to spend more than $60 to get any yo-yo, metal or otherwise, that performs better than this. So at $60, awesome yo-yo. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great performance, great playing, really fun. You'd really have to spend more money to get a better yo-yo. Let's do some cons. So, no thumb grind lip. Oh well. Like I showed you, I mean, the grinds are okay, but when it gets muggy like this, it doesn't like... It's, I mean, you're still going to stick. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a greasy, sticky guy. But it's not absolutely the best in, you know, super muggy weather, but it is what it is. Not to say it's bad, but it's muggy. It's really muggy today. And that's pretty much it. Super good, super smooth yo-yo. Not a whole lot of cons. Like I said, I'm kind of stretching to get cons. I'm just trying to give you guys the most honest opinion and review that I can give you. Spins a long time, plays really well. It is a really fun yo-yo to play with. I've been playing with it a lot. I've bounced it off a couple things too. It seems pretty sturdy as well. Like I haven't really had any. Like it took some hits like a champ. So I can't say that I've had any issues with it at all. As far as smoothness is concerned, I'll give it like 9.5 out of 10. You can barely feel. You're not even gonna be able to tell. A little bit of fingernail vibe, but otherwise, oh, there's Rachel. But otherwise, dead smooth. Just like, you know, everything that comes from 2Sick, because Joey doesn't let bad stuff go out. So, super smooth, super awesome yo-yo. The En Passant drops tomorrow, which is Friday, at the 2Sick Yoyos site, store. So, the links are down in the description. Make sure you check it out. You guys definitely want to pick up one of these. Seriously, one of the best yo-yos you're going to grab this year. Probably the best yo-yo in the $60 price range at the moment. So, definitely grab this one up. Super awesome yo-yo. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And cheers to you guys. We'll see you next time.